Okay, thank you so much for coming. And my name is Ting Yuan, and from Ting Yuan Art. Now, today I would like to talk to you about our art business and how to create multiple streams of products from one original painting. Now, before the pandemic, I was running my Art Rush gallery, and I had many customers coming in asking me many questions about my art. But throughout the years, I also had as many artists curious on how I create my art business and keep it running for that many years. They're curious about how to basically make a steady stream of income from your art. And I find the art business very interesting because it's multifaceted. We are the makers, the marketer, and the sellers. Now, if you're an artist, you'll be interested in finding out how this is done. There's so many facets to the business, but there are just as many different ways to create multiple streams of income to give you a steady way of making money with your art. What I find for my business that works is that I diversify my products, creating many different revenue streams. And because I do that, I actually working smarter instead of harder, because from one original, I can create so many different art gifts and prints and all of that, so that I can capitalize on one original painting. So from your one original painting, don't think that, I'm just going to sell this painting and, that's all I'm going to make from this work that I put in. No, you can do so many different things with one original painting. For example, you can make, for instance, my reflection painting is sold, but I can show you the products that I've made with it as well. So for the ones that just came in, that just joined me, I'm basically talking about how to diversify your art. So when you create one original painting, you can actually diversify it and make many different products with it, so you work smarter instead of harder. So from the reflection painting that has been sold, I created products such as tote bags. These tote bags also come with a little story that goes with it. And I created, so that's one product I created from that. And then there's print, large print, small print. So that's 3 products now from one original painting. And unfortunately, I don't have the matte version, but imagine this is as reflection. This is, then you have a matte version. So that's one original painting creates tote bag, one small print, one large print, one matte print. And I also made magnets to go with it. Okay. Here's the magnet. And then from the magnet, I also created a journal that goes with it. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products right now. And of course, cards. And again, my cards, I don't just imagine one of them is reflection. Now with the square format, I don't, like with the rectangular format, I couldn't do tiles, coasters with it because of the format, or else I would have to crop it. And I don't like how when the arts get cropped, I find that it actually ruins the look. So with the square work, I can create tote bags, I can create the prints, and I also make little jewelry boxes to go with that, and some coasters. For the square format, the magnets become round because that's how it's done. There are also magnet parts that are square as well, but at that time when we purchased our magnet maker, they only had the rectangular one and also the round one. So what Paul did was that he slightly cropped the work, but he didn't crop it in such a way that actually ruined the work. So he didn't, what do you call it? Well, basically he cropped it properly so it looks good. So it still represents your work properly. And then we also have the tote bags and then the journals as well, okay? So I'll show you how it's done. So basically what you want to do is when you finish one original painting, you want to take a really good picture of it and make sure that it's very detailed. So you want a piece of you can either have it scanned, so when you have your painting scanned, it actually shows every single pixel really, really well, so it's very detailed. And with a very detailed photograph, you can make prints, journals, tiles, cards, and tote bags with that. So when you want to make money from your art, think of it that you want to work smarter, not harder, okay? So from one original painting, make sure you create many diversified products so that, you know, in case somebody doesn't want a piece of original, then perhaps they want a tote bag, a journal, a tile, a jewelry box, magnets, or a matted artwork, or a large original, a large limited editions or open editions, or small open edition. So for business wise, you have to think of how to do it so that it makes sense for you as well, and where you can sell it so that it makes sense on how many pieces you can produce in order to sell it, in order to make profit from it as well. And when we first started, we sold the originals, and we actually farmed out our prints with another company. So we got our prints made from a different company. And as we grew after the first year, we started saving our money and our profit, and we took a percentage of our profit and we place it into our future investment for our business. And that's how you grow your business. So the next thing we did was that we invested in a really good camera, and as well as a really good printer. And from there it grew. And so from the second year, we started doing our own prints. And then from there, we started doing we bought the magnet machines, and we did the magnets. Then we did the tiles, the jewelry boxes, and the tote bags. And we also did the t-shirts, which unfortunately I'm not wearing it today because it's still dirty and it's in the laundry hamper. So artists, always think of different ways that you can make a living from your art. There's not just one way to do it. There's so many ways of doing it. And also think about diversifying your skills, as in you can either teach art, you can be a commissioned artist, you can be an artist that does licensing work. There's so many ways of making a very lucrative business from art. So when people said about the starving artist, that is such a, it's so wrong, because there's just, this business is so multifaceted, and if you're creative with it, which you are because you're a creator, you do all of this, just market it differently. The more you market it, the more you learn, the more you invest back in your business, the better it is for your business to grow. Okay, so I hope that this really helps. And if you want to learn more about art marketing and what to do with your art, please come and join us. I just started a new Facebook group, and I believe it's on my 7 or 8 weeks, and it's going really well. There's a lot of great creative artists there, and it's called Creating a Profitable Art Business. When I'm done with this video, I'll put the link up on the post. All right, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you'll join me at Creating a Profitable Art Business Facebook group.